Welcome to 521 Linguistics and Culture. This is an intercession course conducted online. I'm Dr. White. Please feel free to email me at any time throughout the semester through the messaging system on my courses, through email, white@geneseo.edu. I'd be happy to set up a virtual meeting with you through Skype or Google Hangout. This course presents the conceptual foundations and principles in linguistics relevant to teaching English to speakers of other languages. It focuses on the relationship among linguistics, language, and culture, and how the perception and conceptualization influences language and how its influence is manifested by different cultures and societies. The main focus of the course will be on the acquisition of language and development of form, including syntax, morphology, phonology, and phonetics, content, semantics, and the use pragmatics. We'll talk about major theories in language acquisition, and we'll also talk about application of linguistic understandings. The required course text for this semester is language files. It's available for purchase on Amazon. Please make sure to have it in your possession prior to the start of the course. I also recommend that you join New York State TESOL and TESOL International. It's $20 a year for a student for New York State TESOL and $35 for TESOL International. Our course learning outcomes include the following. You'll demonstrate an understanding of culture, communication, and language acquisition as it affects student learnings. You'll demonstrate an understanding of foundational terms, theories, and concepts in the field of linguistics. You'll demonstrate the ability to apply basic tools and techniques for linguistic analysis. You'll be able to apply linguistic and cultural understandings to meet the various needs of learners. And you'll commit to professional development, partnership, and advocacy. Course grades are based on the following scale. And you'll have different assignments throughout the semester. The first is practice problems and reflections, and they total 35% of your overall grade. You'll have 7 total with 5% each. You'll take an exam, open book, worth 20% of your grade, a linguistics exam, and you'll also do a final project. Practice problems and reflections. Throughout our 3-week course, you'll complete 7 sets of practice problems on communication and culture, theories of language acquisition, and the 5 linguistic structures. You'll watch an explanation video, you'll complete the readings, and then you'll attempt problems on your own and submit. The following day, the corrected answers to the problems will be posted, and you'll make corrections to your own work. In addition to making these corrections, you can, using track changes, using highlighting, or using comment features in Microsoft Word. You'll also write a 1-paragraph summary of how your learning has grown through making the corrections. You'll then submit this summary and your corrections again on Mind Courses. The purpose of the assignment is not just to get the right answer. It's really to practice concepts and demonstrate reflective thinking about your learning. Each set of practice problems will be graded on the 5-point scale. So you'll submit your first rough draft. Your rough draft will show ample effort and time in completing the problems. You'll then make edits to your rough draft, and you'll write your reflective paragraph, and the reflective paragraph will demonstrate growth and reflective thinking about learning. You'll take 2 open book exams during the course, the first on communication, culture, and language acquisition. You may use your course text and prior course material, but the exam does need to be completed independently. The exam will open 48 hours prior to the due date. Your linguistics exam will follow the same format. You'll download it off of My Courses 48 hours prior to the due date. You can use your course text and you can use other course material, but it does need to be completed independently. Your final project is going to be an application of linguistic knowledge where you'll create an annotated bibliography and presentation. There's a separate instructional video explaining your final project as well as how to find reliable sources. The course schedule for the 3 weeks of this course is detailed below. All assignments are due on the day that they're listed by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for assignments due on December 29th, they're listed here by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So notice prior to the start of the course, you need to purchase the course text, review the syllabus, this explanation video, and the My Courses explanation video. Each day you'll have different assignments. If you know you're going to be out of town, for example, on January 2nd, that means your assignments need to be completed prior to you being out of town, as the due date is still January 2nd at 11:59 p.m. Each day will follow a relatively similar format. You'll watch the explanation video and review the PowerPoint available on my courses. You'll complete the readings and you'll complete the practice problems and you'll submit your first draft. The following day, you'll edit your practice problems, you'll write your reflection, and you'll submit that final draft. On the 29th, you'll also need to watch the videos explaining the final project and how to find reliable sources. You'll decide your topic, and you'll create your Google document. The next day will follow the format of day 1. You'll watch the video and review the PowerPoint, complete the readings, and complete the first draft of the practice problems. The next day, you'll use the corrected answers to edit your practice problems, write your reflection, and submit. You'll then begin working on your final project, where you'll read and summarize 2 articles on your Google document. You then have the first test. Then you'll go on to the different aspects of form and linguistics, starting with Module 3. You'll complete the readings, you'll view the video and the PowerPoint, you'll do the practice problems. The next day, you'll edit and write your reflective paragraph and submit, and then you'll summarize articles. So on and so forth until the end of the 3 weeks, where you complete your test on linguistic structures, you finalize your different articles for the final project, and you begin writing your annotated bibliography and creating your final presentation. The course runs from December 28th to January 16th. Please remember that all students with disabilities are welcome at SUNY Geneseo, and we're happy to make reasonable accommodations for persons with documented physical, emotional, or cognitive disabilities. Please let me know if you need any accommodations for medical conditions, such as pregnancy or parenting. And also you can contact Dean Buggy Hunt in the Office of Disability Services for further accommodations, but you need to let me know as soon as possible. Some different policies and supports. The course is run on the premise of respect for all students. This requires using people-first language. All students with disabilities to be addressed with the child first. So this also applies to language learners. We also often call them English language learners or a student with language learning needs. As this is an online course, any computer issues need to be addressed by yourself as quickly as possible. You need access to reliable internet and a computer. You're still responsible for work completion regardless of technological failures. The library on campus has available technology if necessary. If you're off campus during the break, you can go to your local community library or Starbucks and use those different resources. For you to be academically successful in this course, you're going to want to plan on 3 hours of work per day during the 3-week course session. You might need additional time on some days, and you might need less time on other days. You should expect to spend adequate time reading, researching, writing, working on projects, preparing homework, the practice problems, and for exams. This is an independent learning environment. It's rigorous and challenging, and it requires self-motivation and dedication in order to be successful. Again, all work is due on the day assigned by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Late work will result in a loss of credit towards your assignment unless you make prior arrangements with the instructor. Any missing work will drop your grade according to the percentage it's worth. Please don't contact me. Don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions regarding any of the readings. If you don't understand a concept presented in the reading, I'll be happy to help. Each day throughout this intercession, I will be readily available on my computer. I will return emails within usually 24 hours, 48 hours on the weekend. You can also send messages to your classmates if you have different questions on the practice problems or assignments. The Writing Learning Center is available for writing assistance if need be. And if you need assistance with any assignments, again, please don't hesitate to contact me. We can set up a Skype appointment, we can talk over email or over the phone to provide clarification. In terms of academic dishonesty and plagiarism, SUNY Geneseo has a responsibility to promote academic honesty and integrity. You're responsible for the honest completion and representation of your work, appropriate citation of sources, and for respect of others' academic endeavors. By putting your name on a piece of academic work, you're certifying the originality of the work. Plagiarism, cheating, and other incidents of academic dishonesty will result in an automatic E grade for the assignment and a potential E grade for the course. Depending on the severity of the violation, your case might be reported for further investigation and result in expulsion. If you're unclear with what plagiarism is, it's the representation of someone else's words, ideas, or the arrangement of someone else's materials as one's own. It consists of copying work without giving proper citations. And it also consists of using work to complete assignments in multiple courses. So this is called self-plagiarism. If you've already completed a certain assignment and received credit from it in a course, you cannot complete it again for another course or use it again for another course. If you're uncertain about how to properly cite a source, please let me know. If you have any further questions on academic dishonesty, please see the website. In terms of professionalism, since we're working in the education profession, it's expected that you'll demonstrate appropriate ethical behavior, acceptance of constructive criticism, and a willingness to grow and a reflective stance towards teaching and learning. As education is a sensitive topic, if you talk to another classmate or you talk to myself, it is understood that names of teachers, names of schools, names of students will be treated with a very private and will be treated with respect. Under no circumstances should anyone in our course feel that when they discuss a certain instance, that this information will come back. It's whatever we share should not leave this online learning environment. Here are the references for the different readings you'll have in our course, as well as a representative bibliography. These different sources are available. You can use them for your final project. They provide great insights into different topics of communication, culture, and linguistics. As you know, the graduate conceptual framework is the teacher as an accomplished educator. This means you're an accomplished scholar, an accomplished constructivist educator, as well as an accomplished reflective practitioner. This is a very tough course, but it is also a very readily available course, meaning that you can learn a lot in the next 3 weeks if you're willing to put in the work and the time. I am here consistently throughout the course to support you in this endeavor, as I know it will be challenging, as many of the topics are new to you. And that's okay. I'm here to support you. Please let me know how I can help in any way.